Well, the great thing about technology is that it's impossible to predict what's going to work. So if you think about, for example, web video, until the commercialization of web video occurred with YouTube and broadband, it was something that people wondered whether it would work or not. And that was something that was developed in the middle of the 90s. So the adoption curve can be 10, 15 years. So we really won't know what the real killer apps are going to be technologically until people take those out of the lab and make them commercial.
We always have to live our lives in a perpetual state of beta. That we always have to absorb the changes that are occurring, whether it's in social and technology and platform development. So I think the real changes are about how to apply all of these other changes that are occurring and put them into some kind of experience that people can relate to, that people can understand. We're not all going to be able to invent Instagram or Facebook, but we can use those platforms to inform ourselves and to develop new ways of entertaining people. So I think entertainment is really going to evolve very dramatically over the next 5 years. It's going to allow you to have a much more immersive and engaging experience, to be able to do it in any number of ways that you haven't before.
Amazon kind of started the path for the learning about people and customizing and recommending things based on your interests. And I think more and more, everything's going to get personalized. I think technology is going to recede to the background and really start to allow you to get access to things that are really tailored to your wants, your needs, without you having to put a lot of effort into it. And I think there's so many data points out there right now. As those data points can get collated and kind of put through an algorithm into one place, those recommendations will get better and better. So I think where technology can facilitate that is where those companies are going to win.
Whatever new technology brings us new challenges with it. And if we don't keep that in mind, and people don't change as quickly as technology does. So that's the challenge of trying to keep up with the development of technology and trying to bring the people along. For example, our parents, my parents, your parents, are not going to keep up with it. And so are we leaving and creating this huge divide? And how fair is that? And how do we bring them along? That's always an interesting challenge, and I think that's going to continue to be that way.
The greatest development in the last 5 years has been the movement from the connection of desktops and desks, if you like, to the internet through computers, the connection of people with mobile phones to the internet. 5 and 10 years from now, with the connection of ordinary objects to the internet that conditions what is the most interesting technology and the way it's used. That's what I think is the most interesting thing going on. But it's easy to predict how technology will evolve. It's very difficult to get the rate correct. So you might say, this is going to be a very important technology development, but you could be off by 5 years or 10 years in terms of your understanding of when eventually it will in fact come about.